Good morning, everyone. It is, I'm not sure when you're going to see this. I'm thinking you might be seeing this on Wednesday, but I'm not for sure. But anyway, so we are moving on with the next step in Rachel's sign. So we have it all laid out. The last video you guys saw, we did all the layout. We did the fill, although we might have to fill those a little bit more, some of those wormholes. But that's all right. I'll wait until after the carving is done, and then we'll determine that, what we need to fill. So I've got my profile bit in. I've got it set. I think it looks like it's about 3/16. And oh, there it is. I think it's about 3/16. Oh, actually it's right at a quarter. So I'm going to try that to start with. We're going to carve the top line outset and the bottom line inset. And that's enough talking. Let's just get after it and see how this thing carves. I'm expecting it to be a little bit on the squirrely side, but we will see. Here we go. Boy howdy, was I correct in squirrely. Squirrely is an understatement. That is hard, super hard here, and then when you get down to this part, it was really soft. Now, one of the reasons it was really soft down in here, I don't know if you can tell, but I ran into a wormhole. Right down in that area, you'll see a big void. That is not something that is a normal thing, but it's probably a continuation of this wormhole going down in there. I'm hoping I don't lose the bottom of that letter, but it doesn't look like it as of now. But I'm kind of curious to see what happens. Now, you'll notice that I backed this off. I started at 1/4 inch. Now I think I'm more like 3/16. What did I do with my depth gauge? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm less than 3/16. I'm just a little over 1/8 right now. And I will, I could go back and make a second cut. You guys know I advise you all the time, if you run into something that's tough to hold a straight line, back it off, take less wood out, and that will hopefully be able to control it a little bit better. But that's what I've got it set at right now. I can go back and make a second cut if I want to, after we get this all done. Guys, so let me give you my impression of this stuff. Squirrely was an understatement for sure. So I'm pretty much convinced this is some kind of walnut, because when I'm carving through these dark areas, I smell black walnut. It just smells just like I've carved black walnut, I don't know, maybe a dozen times, and that's exactly what it smells like to me. However, when I get to this area, the lighter colors, and again, I think this is some kind of spalting or spalted black walnut.
It's a walnut crossbreed.
Yeah, because it turns from super hard to like balsam marshmallow. It is crazy. And again, I was showing Vicky a little bit earlier, from these wormholes, we have some voids going on over here. So we'll probably have to do some more fill. If you go back and watch, you'll notice I'm really being careful because it's very unpredictable. I have a little bit better sense now than what I did. It's very unpredictable though. Even in here, I think we're gonna have to do some more fill. And you can see I left a little black in a lot of places because I just didn't know. The cool thing is, because of this letter style, it makes really no difference whether I'm on the line or leave a little black on there. Really doesn't matter. It's gonna look the same either way. So now I'm really interested in a little scared of the fact that this looks like it's light and dark at the same time. So it's time to move on to the inset letters. I'm going to wait on the background first and get these inset letters. I'm going to keep that same profile bit in there, move down to the end. You want me to move the board?
No.
Okay. I'll move down here and I'll get some of this done. And I'm still at about 1/8 of an inch. Alright guys, on this one there was a wormhole right here, and I purposely put the end of that R over this wormhole so that I can come down and make that part of the carving. So here's what I want you to concentrate on. This is maybe the most difficult board I've carved in a long time. It is just really unpredictable. You can't tell when it's going to go soft or when it's going to be hard. It almost felt like this wanted to chip out here. I'm hoping that it stays solid. But what I want you to look at is my fingers in relation to the, you can see my hands, how dark they are. It's because I've got so much pressure down on the board and on the edge of the base. That's the only way I'm able to keep control of the router. Baby, if you can kind of show that. Here we go. Guys, here's what we got. Wow, man, this thing is challenging. So here's what I'm going to do. I know myself well enough that if on this kind of sign, if you try to get in a hurry, it is going to come back to bite you. I'm literally going to take a 10-15 minute break, go in and relax a little bit. I can feel my hands already starting to cramp up from just trying to hold a consistent line. So I'm going to probably go back and do I'm going to do all of these inset letters, and then maybe come back at the end and just do the last 3 or 4 letters on the end of the board, because this is going to, just this line here is probably going to take me an hour to carve. So I'm just going to, do most of it. I've done this much. I'll probably do this much offline in the last 2 or 3 letters, back on camera. And so we'll be back. All right, guys, I'm going to carve these last 3 letters. So I did take a break, and then I came back. And fortunately, all of these letters were basically within the dark area of the board. And they didn't really have a lot of variance in hardness. It was all just hard all the way through. It wasn't hard and soft like it was down here on Jay and Rachel. So I'm just going to carve these last 3 letters. Again, I still expect it to do something unexpected, and so we'll. But I think it will pretty much be just solid all the way through for the last 3 letters. Here we go. Okay, so that went pretty well. Again, the last part of that, after the white streak through there, went pretty well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it back at a 1/4 inch, and I'm going to go around all of these outset letters again. I don't need to do the whole thing on camera. I'll just show you. Let me reset my depth here at yeah, I reset my depth at about a 1/4 inch. Where is it at here? Yeah, I'm gonna set it a little bit deeper. Just, I want to be about a 1/4 inch. There we go. And then I will go around those letters again. Oh, I got to lay out my puppy paws on there too. I'll do that here after I get these outset letters completely done. Explain why I'm doing this. The biggest reason is, number one, I want to give the biggest reason, honestly, is I want to give myself some room. You can see that when I went down in there, I didn't go in the same groove because I do not want to hit my letters with my profile bit. And even more important, I don't want to hit my letters when I go back with my 90 to do my background. So I'm giving myself a little bit more room for error around there, especially because this thing is just, the grain is just so different in so many different areas. It goes from hard to like nothing in this area, and I wanted to get a little bit better view in here where that wormhole is, and we definitely have to fill that. Anyway, so I'm going to do the rest of these off camera. I'll get my puppy paws laid out, and then we'll come back and we'll do those puppy paws. Then we'll do the background cleanup after that. All right, so what I did here, rather than spraying and masking and all that, Vicky's idea, I just used my Sharpie with my real fine point and just drew them on there. I've got 3 at the other end, 2 here, and I'm just going to cut that out. I've done the other 3. I'm just going to cut that out with a profile bit. Just inset, nice and fairly simple. All right, next step. Now we've got our background to do. Now this one's going to be kind of tricky because this whole area under here is hollow. So that is going to be completely gone. This void, this wormhole, looks like it comes through clear in the bottom of this H. Still held on at the bottom, that's good. But it's going to be completely gone once I cut that out. But that's okay. We're going to fill that with sawdust and probably Star Bond, and it's all going to be black anyway. So I've kind of made my free-form shape of my my background, and I've got my 90-degree bit in. I will set that at 1/4 inch. Ooh, here we go. Okay, so
I got more sawdust on me than you do the table.
so what I wanted to, the reason I stopped there, you guys could see there's several times where I kind of went away from the line, but it doesn't really matter. What really matters is that I keep it moving and I make my adjustments as I go. I used to be real strict on making sure that I was on the exact line, but when it comes to a background shape, it's more, to me, it's more important that it just kind of flows and goes with it rather than having a lot of stops and starts. I did stop one place because I wasn't sure of exactly where the line was, but in essence, I wanted to keep it moving even if I was off. Even if I was off a little bit, I wanted to keep it moving so that it flowed. So you can see, cut through the Star Bond there, cut through the Star Bond there, and I smelt some Star Bond over here when we cut through that. But anyway, all right, I just wanted to explain that to you guys. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup here. You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were waving at me.
Brushing off
Oh,
the screen.
I thought you were waving at me. All right, so I want to at least get this part of it done on camera so we can see what happens, because I think there's going to be a big piece that just chips out, and I definitely want to avoid nicking that with my background bit. Actually, it didn't break out as much as I kind of expected it to. It did. It did bust out some. Wow. Boy, that is stinking deep down in there. That is, whew, that's gnarly. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Check out the cavity.
Hold on, I gotta get. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to put some sawdust in there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put some sawdust and either some Starbone, or I'm thinking mix up a little resin.
How are you gonna mix up a tablespoon of resin?
Well, just we don't have to use it all. We could mix up. Anyway, we're gonna figure that out. Once I get this, get the rest of the cleanup done, we'll come back and we'll figure out what we're gonna do there. Okay, guys, we'll be right back. All right, boys and girls, we got the carving all done. It literally is all done. I may do something on the ends here because it's a sharp end. I might do a round over or something there. I haven't decided on that yet, but the background's done. All the routing, all the detailed routing is done. So we're going to wrap up the video here. We've gone way long. And I wanted this video to be all about carving and dealing with issues and all of that. So what we'll do on the next video, we'll figure out what we're going to do as far as the fill goes there, the ends, then we'll spray it, sand it off, get a finish on it. So there'll be one more video and we'll get this thing wrapped up, and then I can wipe that off my list and my daughter will get off my back. About this anyway. So that is it, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. Eric@makeawithsign.com. There's the website, and if you need any supplies, and if you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love for you to subscribe. And please click that little bell icon because we post videos literally 7 days a week, so you get notified when we do. And we'd love it for you to share and like this video. We need some more exposure so people can see what we do. Appreciate it, guys. We love you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.